In this video, we're going to show you how to set up TurboStats Quickscore to score a live basketball game in your league. We're also going to show you how easy it is to set a live broadcast up with YouTube and stream with our Gamecaster and create incredible highlight films and tag video for every player playing in the event. First thing you want to do is open up your schedule and pick the game that you're going to be scoring. If there's any duplicated uniform numbers, you'll get a prompt that you're going to have to fix that number and the name in the lineup. You can't have duplicates, so you can go to the roster screen and just check the lineups for both teams before the game starts if you need to make any changes. You could also add players on the fly if you just add their uniform numbers. Like for instance, you could type in the number 11 here and just hit the arrow and 11 will be added to the team. If you need to delete anybody, you could just hit that button and remove them. They will not be removed from the main TurboStats team, so if you want to clear out some of these players who aren't at the game, just to reduce the amount of players in your list, you could do that before the game starts. It will not affect the players if they have stats, because if they're not there this game, you might as well take them off the list. Okay, so there's still a lot of players left, and you might want to make this list a little bit smaller so that more players could fit in there so you don't have to scroll. The one thing that happens with this is we do have, if you're subbing, we do show how players are in the game on the left side, and that won't be lined up correctly. So if I come in here and I want to put 5 player subs in for the game, I could drag players or double click them and put them in the sub box. If you notice, the lines don't line up now when you have this screen. If I put it back to where it was, you'll see 15 now lines up and they all line up here. So that's the one downside with changing the format there of this. But if you have a lot of players, it makes it easy. Now you don't have to put subs in. You could score live by just clicking on the player numbers on the side here and clicking on the events. You won't get to track minutes played, so that'll affect some efficiency ratings in your minutes. And it also is easy to have the players here for scoring because you're only going to be looking in one location. You just have to keep up with the subs. So if your league does a good job of making the subs come to the scorers table, you could easily sub them out by clicking on the number and clicking on the player just like that. If they're in the game, they'll light up. If they're not, you could just sub them in. Okay, so let's get the stream going here. So the first thing you want to do is click the live button, and this is going to bring up your YouTube broadcasting screen. So now the first thing you want to do, I'm going to show you quickly, is put in your email address for your YouTube account. That'll prop up the register button, and you can click on that. Okay, Google's going to pop up a screen here where you have to choose your user account and hit allow. Okay, that'll set you up for linked with TurboStats now, and you'll be able to create broadcasts here in your TurboStats application. Click on the little pull down list and it will refresh the number of stream keys you have in your YouTube account. Now these stream keys could be unique for each different type of device you stream from. If you have multiple cameras in a gym, they could each have a different stream key. So if you switch courts, you could pick a different camera. Or you could just have it set to your OBS or your current streaming platform and just not change it at all. So I'm going to choose my key. If you want to create a new key the first time, if you didn't do it in YouTube yet, you can click create a new stream key. Okay, once that key is set, okay, you can click on the copy command here and then load OBS if you're going to use the OBS application, and you'll be able to put that stream key in here under the settings. Okay, and then you go into stream and then make sure you pick YouTube RTMP and then just paste in that stream key right there. Okay, so that stream key is now in there. We're ready to start our broadcast. It brought in the team name for this. If you needed to change anything, you might want to set the description of what league it is. That league will not change. So we could just put that in there and it will stay there for all the games, that description. Okay, so all you got to do now is click go live, okay, and hit the yes button when the stream question comes up. Now your stream is started. You want to quickly come over here and hit start streaming in OBS. Make sure it's not streaming beforehand. Then click OK, and that will search for this stream to make sure it's live now in your YouTube channel. So let's let that run there and see if it finds the stream. If not, we're going to have to go to our YouTube dashboard and see what's going on. Okay, the stream didn't start, so this is a good time to show you how the dashboard works. So you hit OK here, and you click on the YouTube dashboard option right here at the top. Okay, so in your YouTube dashboard, we'll see what happened here. We had a previous game that happened to be linked in this channel that was started on the same date, so the stream went to that game. So what you got to do here is you could close this game out by clicking more options and delete more actions, delete forever. Choose the I understand this message and then hit OK. Now it'll take a little bit of time for this to clear out, but stop your stream, okay, while you're waiting, and wait till this clears out here, and then we'll restart the other, and I'll show you how to do that. Okay, now you see that that other video is deleted here, and our game is next up in line. So we could hit the Start Streaming button now again in our application here, and then this stream should come online now. Okay, so it's important that you make sure you keep your stream list cleaned out. You might want to check it before your event to make sure there's no games in the schedule in YouTube so you don't have any trouble starting your events. Okay, we see that events now is live, so I can go back into the TurboStats. Now this event was already created. We have a YouTube ID and everything for it. So what you just need to do here is hit this status hourglass here, this magnifying glass, and it will go and check and find the information on that stream and put in the correct video delay now. We're down 223 seconds from the time this game was initially created here. And this way our highlight clips will stay in line. So you're ready to go. You can click the Gamecast option. It looks like it's red here. It's already going. So let's just close this now. If you want to see the stream in YouTube, you can click on this button right here. That'll bring up the YouTube page. If you want to copy the stream and put it on the clipboard, you could come and you could hit this copy option. And if you want to share it, just click on the share button here and you could send it to Twitter or Facebook so your fans could see it. The same thing with the Gamecasting page. That includes an embedded copy of this stream. So if I want to click on the view option here, this will bring up the Gamecast page with this game in here ready to go. So this game is streaming. There's no stats. The game hasn't started or anything. You see the players who are white are in the game right now. And so we're ready to go. Now typically we would do all this before the game started so we won't be losing any time. So let's just minimize this for now. And what we're going to do here is start scoring the game. So let's watch some clips in the game. Let me move the game to the beginning and we'll watch some clips of this game here. Start the clock when it starts here, and you notice that it's running here on our broadcast. We have a missed shot by number 7. Okay, that was a miss. So you just hit the miss button, and it was a rebound by number 6. And then we have another miss by number 0, missed 3-point shot. And we have a rebound over here by number 30. Oh, and this is a highlight right here. So I'm going to click the highlight button, and I'm going to choose that number 40 made a 3, and the assist was made by number 30. Okay, so let's go over to our Gamecaster now. Now, if you notice at the very bottom of the screen, I won't be able to show it to you here, but there's like a cloud drive icon, and if you click on it, that'll pull up this broadcasting program. It's a secondary program that launches. Just want you to be key on this because it turns red here if you sit too long without broadcasting anything or no events, like at the end of the half, you might have to start the broadcast again. To get it going. You just open it up and click the start broadcast again, and at the bottom you will see the cloud drive icon is bright red, so you know that the broadcaster is sleeping right now. So just wake it up, click on it, and then you can minimize this but don't close it. Okay, one more thing about this application. If you want to see the Gamecast stat board or the other pages with the player and photo stats, you could pop them up. This is a web page. If there were any player photos, you'd see them in here. And this shows the players that are in the game, okay, and their current stats. So you could have this page up on your scoreboard, on another monitor, and you could even insert it into this OBS application here by using a capture thing. You could hit the plus sign here, and you could choose a browser option here. And then you can put the web page of this screen in right here, copy and paste it on the top, and then you could pop that back and forth in this by using different scenes. Like we have different scenes. You could have scene 1 and scene 2. So you can go to scene 2 while you're streaming, and then flip back to scene one, and it makes a really nice broadcast. So you just have to have this little scene menu here. And then you could put your own logos up here if you want to have a logo in the stream. Just add another source and pick image, and then pick when any file on your computer. It's best to have a PNG. So this is very fancy, and it's free, and it'll come with a free download as soon as you start the application. All right, so let's go to the Gamecaster now, and let's see what we created here. I'm going to click on the cast button. You can come back on here and wait for your game to update. So now if you look at the Gamecaster, you see that there's a highlight now at the bottom of the screen, and you can click on that highlight and go back to that spot in the video. You have the full play-by-play. You can go to any event on the play-by-play and click the highlight button, and it'll take you right to that spot on the play-by-play in the center here. You got your full box score with all the stats for both teams, and you have the players in the game here. Any subs will show up underneath, so it's a really great tool here. You have metrics if you want to see the metrics, what the net ratings are for the players. They don't have enough minutes played yet to have a net, but you have, and if you want to go to the live, right here you click on the live button and it takes you to the live game, so you can go back. So let's add some more events here and see how this looks. Here's a highlight. Let's see this shot right here now. There we go. If you're too close to live, it doesn't play it back, but that time it came back fine here. So if you want to watch all the highlights from the game while it's going on, you just click on the first play, and the highlights will play automatically and scroll through. I don't have to click on the next one. It'll do about 7 seconds and then switch to the next highlight. So your fans have this great media tool to watch the games. Makes a lot of excitement. They're going to get stats pop up on the score bar, all within TurboStats application. Now when the game's over, what you want to do here is close out by printing out your box score. So you click on the Gamecast button, and then there's a box score post right here you can click. Okay, so I could hit the post box score. It'll finalize the game for you when you're in the fourth period, when you're ready to close it out. But right now, I'm just showing you. I'm going to print the box score. Okay, show you what the box score looks like. Okay, then I'm going to just hit this view to view the box score up on the website. This will be linked in with your team site, so you'll have all that available to be able to scroll back from your teams. If I go to Alpha Pack, it will be in there. You have stats here, you have leaderboard. This is the website that TurboStats builds for you. If you want to have individual player stats, you can pick any player here and see their stats. So you got this great tool. You could switch to different teams.